Hello everybody and welcome back. It's been so long since I've done a video, so today I'm really excited to do this client makeup look on my friend Ashley. I think I wanted to go for a really nice holiday smoky like kind of cut crease look. So starting right into the makeup, I'm first going to go ahead and moisturize her skin. I'm using my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer, which you guys know is my favorite, and I'm just going to blend that all over her face. Next, I'm going to dab a little bit of the Urban Decay Potion Primer in Original on her lids and blend that out with my fingers. I love this eye primer. It is my favorite, so just blending that all over. I also blend it into the eyebrows a little bit just because then it holds the brow powders later on. I'm putting down this concealer by LA Girl in the shade Natural. We're just going to go ahead and create a clean base for her eyeshadows just to go ahead and get rid of all the colors or anything on the eyelids. So just going ahead and placing that on her lids, and then I'm taking this MAC brush and just blending out the concealer so it's a really nice light layer of concealer on the lids. After you blend all that out, you want to make sure there are no creasing and nothing like that with the concealer, and then we're going to go ahead and set everything with the Mercier translucent powder. After that is all done and set, we're then going to go ahead right into doing eyeshadow. So first, I'm going in with Makeup Geek Creme Brulee, and I'm going to start in the outer corner and blend it all the way into the inner corner. As you guys know, I love to layer shadows on, so we'll be using a couple of shadows today to create this look. So just blending it back and forth with a little bit at a time. And then as you can see, I kind of blend it up to get it to the liking that I want. Next, I'm going to take MAC Saddle, MAC Saddle, and place this right into the outer corner of the lid, and then I do blend it into the inner corner. Again, I love to layer and define the eyes, and I feel like adding shadows is just going to do that. You just keep adding shadows. It's just going to create nice layers and definition to her eyelids. Next, to add a little bit of smokiness, I'm taking MAC Ground Brown, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this color at a time. We will be adding more definition to the outer corner, so for right now, I'm just adding a little bit of color just to get that on there, and then we will be adding more later on. It's always better to do a little bit at a time and then, build it up later on with more shadow. Next, I'm going to go in with this Stila eyeshadow in Pigalle. I've had this in my collection for a really long time, so I hope they still have it. But I wanted to add just a little bit of kind of like a berry tone to the lid, so I went in with that. And then just going in with my big fluffy brush, I always go in and just with no product at all, just go ahead and just blend those shadows all together. Now, this is where you can go ahead and define the eyes more. So I do go in with actually Anastasia Cypress Umber, which is a really dark brown, just to really define that outer corner a little bit more and make this look smoky. I do go in with a little more Pigalle, just going back and forth to make sure you get the shadow the way you want it. So now we're going to go in with this Inglot Gel Liner in number 94, and I'm going to put this down all over the lid. I'm going to kind of cut the crease as you guys see me doing here. I'm going to go ahead and place this kind of in the 3/4 of her lid. So as you can see, I'm leaving the outer corner blank where we did all of that kind of smoky look, the smoky shadows I should say. Just placing that right down like that, and then I'm going to go on top of that with a beautiful pigment by Inglot, and I love this pigment so much, so here we go. This is in the shade J411, which is so beautiful, and you don't need a glitter glue or anything since you are placing it on top of that cream base, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and place this all over the lid. I actually kind of skipped a step, so as you'll see me doing here, I went in with a little bit of Pigalle and added that to blend the smokiness into the lid. So actually on the other eye, I would say back up, do the Pigalle so it blends into each other. It's still blended beautifully out, and then put the pigment on top. I always do that, but I think that when I was filming I completely forgot. So as you can see, then I'm going to put the pigment right on top, and it just looks so gorgeous. I love it. I do go in with a little bit more of the Cypress Umber as well, just to go ahead and blend all those colors together and to really smoke out this eyeshadow look a little bit more. Next, we're going to go ahead and do a winged liner, and just so that no one messes up, I always go ahead and I use Scotch tape. It's just the easiest, most precise way, in my opinion, to do a winged liner because I don't really feel like going back and cleaning up my wing if I mess it up or anything, so it's honestly my favorite way to do a wing. So I am using my Inglot Gel Liner in number 77. I'm just going to go ahead and do a really nice wing on Ashley. I think that doing a wing for this look just really completes the whole look. I think it would be gorgeous without a wing, but I think it's just really, really classic, timeless, and just really holiday glam with a wing. And after I put the wing down, I do go in with a black eyeshadow just to go ahead and set everything. I think that it is the best way for, your wing to not crease or not to transfer onto your lid. Next, we're going to go ahead and measure up the lashes. These ones are in the style Alexis. They're from this one website. I will link them down below for you guys. They are my go-to lash recently, and I love them. So now we're going to go ahead and do the face makeup. So first for primer, I'm using my BECCA Backlight Priming Filter, which I love because it gives a really beautiful glow to the skin. As you can see, it just gives your skin that really healthy glow, and it is one of my favorite primers for holding foundation, everything like that. Just blending that into her skin, as you see me doing here. Looking gorgeous, girl. So now we're gonna go ahead and clean up the under eyes. If you have any fallout, I love using these little makeup remover pads. I get them from CVS. It cleans up all the fallout, all the glitter, everything like that. So now for foundation, I'm gonna be actually mixing two. The first one I used was the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Natural Beige, I believe, and I did put one drop of BECCA Aqua Luminous Tan in it. I always love to, of course, color match, but I think that if you do a little bit of drop of a tan, especially for Ashley's skin tone, it just makes a world of a difference because you don't want to be too light on the face, obviously. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over the face and blend it out with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, which I love these sponges. They're so good. Absolutely love them. So just applying that all over, and make sure you bring it down the neck because you don't want to have a line of demarcation. You always want to make sure you bring the foundation down the neck. And while we did the face makeup, I went ahead and I let my glue get tacky with the lashes. So after I put face makeup down, then we're going to go ahead and put on the lashes because the glue is tacky now. Just applying them right to the, closest to her lash line. I think that these lashes just totally complete the look because you don't want to do too full because you want to be able to see the shimmer color on the lid. I just think that these were absolutely perfect for this look, as you see here. Then we're going to go ahead and do concealer. I am using the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I actually mixed two. I used a touch of natural and a touch of creamy beige because I didn't want her under eyes to be stark white or light. So I'm just mixing the two, and then I'm going to go ahead with my Real Technique sponge and blend that into the rest of her face. I also go in with my MAC brush that we used in the beginning of this tutorial when I was putting the concealer on her lid. I love using this brush for under eyes because it just picks up all the excess concealer, and like I said, you want to make sure that there's no creasing under the eye, anything like that. And it's absolutely perfect, as you see. To go ahead and cream contour, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Beautiful Bronze or Beautifully Bronzed. I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over the face, as you see, on all those really fun points, and then blend it out with the same Real Technique sponge that I've been using this whole time. Next, going in with powders, we're going to go ahead and set the whole face. So I am going back with that same MAC brush to get rid of any of the creasing under the eyes, and then I will set the under eyes as well as the whole face with the Mercier translucent powder. It is my favorite powder. I always get the question on how I get everyone's faces to look like airbrushed, and 100% I believe it is this powder. It is by far my favorite powder out there on the market, and I feel like you can even see here with your own eyes, like her face is obviously flawless, but once once you go ahead and set it with the powders, it just makes a whole huge amount of difference, and I just absolutely love this powder, and also is my trick for making your makeup stay forever. Then for brows, we're going to go in with the Anastasia brow powder in soft brown. I love using brow powders, and I feel like Ashley has pretty good brows as is, so I am just pretty much using the powders to line her brows to create, you know, like a line and a definition, and also just to use the powder to fill in the places that are a little sparse. I didn't want to go too crazy because, like I said, her brows are pretty amazing. The powder I'm going to use to contour is the Hoola bronzer. I absolutely love this bronzer. It is my favorite for light to medium to tan. I actually will add in a little bit of a BECCA bronzer if it is too tan, or if you want to be really tan. But for today, I'm just using the Benefit Hoola bronzer. And then for blush, I just wanted to keep it to a very simple, you know, just very neutral color. I didn't want to do any pinks or anything like that. So I am using MAC Harmony, which is a really beautiful blush. I actually love using it on everybody. So it is one of my favorites. As you can see, I'm placing it on the apples of her cheeks and then blending it into the bronzer as well. For highlighter, I'm going in with the Ofra Cosmetics highlighter in Rodeo Drive. You can go as intense as you want with highlighter, or as soft, of course. And now that the face is done, we're going to go back and finish up with eyes. So first, I'm going to go in with Creme Brulee and add that to the lower lash line. I'm pretty much going to mimic exactly what we did on the upper lid. So I'm going to go in first with Creme Brulee, then I'm going to go in with Pigalle with a little bit of Saddle to blend all those colors together, and then just in that outer corner I'm going to go in with just the slightest amount, as you see here, with Cypress Umber, and like I said, that's going to complete the whole look. I'm then going to go back in with more black shadow, and I'm just going to press this along the lash line, because since we put the lashes on, you can still see the glue once it's dried. So I go in with a little bit of black shadow just to go ahead and cover up the glue so you don't see it. If you have any fallout, make sure you go in with your brush and get all that off of the face right away. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my L'Oreal Voluminous concealer and apply that onto the lashes, her real lashes as well as her false ones, just to go ahead and bump up the lashes. For inner corner highlight, I'm going to go in with MAC Nylon, which is always my favorite shadow to use. So as you can see, just place that right in the inner corner. And then going in with eyeliner, I'm using my Inglot Kohl pencil, which is my favorite. It goes on so smooth and it stays on for a really long time. So I absolutely love this pencil. It just glides on so smoothly, which makes the process of putting eyeliner on really easy. And then last step with the eyes, I'm going in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. It is the best for lower lashes because it gets every little lash, and after that your eyes are complete. This look looks so good. I absolutely love it. Now last but not least, we're going to go ahead and do lips. So I'm using my ColourPop lip liner in Curvy, which is another one of my favorites. I really just wanted to stick with a very nude lipstick because I wanted the, you know, whole look to emphasize the eyes. So just applying that all over the lips as you see. Next for lipstick, I'm taking ColourPop Chi, which is one of my favorites, and applying that all over the lips. And then last but not least, for lip gloss, I am taking Dose of Colors Lip Gloss in Can You Not, I believe is the color. And after that, your look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. We're definitely going to be doing a lot more, so stay tuned. I definitely want to do another holiday one. It's going to be so much fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.